Medium for Jesus Christ. My name is Nancy Gail Fox. He's here now to explain how they run invisible human sex trafficking and torture, slavery, and make snuff movies out of the victims they capture that they take secretly away. He's in my being speaking to you now to say, please be very brave and send this someplace to somebody that can help out. Send it to a preacher, a minister, a rabbi, and the rabbis are helping the most on Hillcrest Avenue at the temple. And they are searching for somebody who was taken away from a heart surgery at Cedars-Sinai, who is alive and well under Studio City, being trafficked in a hotel on Ventura Boulevard. And when they hear this, they will understand this news, which is great news. We pray if they hurry and save her, they don't want evidence of this going on. As they lied, she died at the time, and they do this many times randomly also. A beautiful girl, 12 years old, they will take from the surgery, put her under just enough, and take her out, and even take them from a morgue. And some they take that are deceased and embalm them, and they take many from a graveyard before they throw the dirt over them. And that is another way they do it. They have many medics that run around and lie there helping, and they have a syringe that's lethal, or they put tape over their mouth, poke them in the back of their knee with a needle, and lie they came to help, and the person didn't survive it. And then they call the county coroner's office, then they run and say they're covering this crime, and they did the crime. And then they get the evidence and change it all, and they change DNA reports, and they change lab reports, and they set people up with fraud lab reports. All they do is copy-paste to murder families and rob their money, and they collect their SSI after they're deceased. They collect SSI after they're gone as they're being trafficked, tortured, and some are trafficked 20 years, half dead. Some are taken straight to a snuff set. Some are taken straight under the mall. It's explained in the other two YouTubes where the light wasn't good enough, and the light wasn't good, so she's turning more lights on so you can see who she is. And make sure you're not watching the copycat, because many people are copycatting our medium and delivering fraud CDs that are copycats, and they rob all Nancy's pay. So if somebody is delivering fraud CDs, they mimic her, copycat her, and they steal her WordPress and do plagiarism. So they don't watch the copycats. They rob Nancy's money and rip her off and send fraud and copycat and mimic her and do plagiarism and rewrite our words she writes for us. As she is the prophet, she's the medium for God, DBA, doing business as a sole proprietor. And they lie, they're Medium for God Incorporated, and steal all her money and copycat her. They are mimics, they are copycats, they are ripping her off left and right. We keep reiterating this as our medium needs money to get her work out, to get our words out. And she is broker than broke, is John Lennon's word. She is flat broke. She isn't broke, she's the wealthiest woman in the world, not a dime of it's in her bank. It is her money, they are stealing, she works alone, it's her business, and she's our medium. And it's not theirs at all, ever. They copycat, they mimic, they have fraud liens on FedEx, fraud liens on post offices, and fraud liens on delivery services. And they steal it all, and some people are paid to be a bodyguard for the Son of God and her daughters, Jessica and Hannah Taylor, and her mother, Denise Fox. And some are paid a lump sum salary yearly, or $400 a week or month or something, and that is bodyguard money. Well, the devils in L.A. run around and say, you keep all the profit money and presents that are for Nancy, Hannah, Jessica only. Here, you take them all and then write a bad report about them, and then you can keep the money, and we'll say they're worthless and take them away. They'll disappear on a secret mission, and nobody will ever know about the money. And that's what all the crooks do. And some are fooled and stupid and think they're paid to cover, and they think, and what it says is to keep an eye on Nancy Fox. Well, that means to protect her, to stop firemen, stop ambulances, stop any setup, stop slandering, stop peeping Tom. That means so no harm is done to her, and that is what it means. Well, they say keep an eye on her. What's she doing? What's she doing is what they're aiming. What's Nancy doing? What's Nancy doing? What's doing at YouTube, typing, doing her prophet work around the clock as usual. That's what they should say. And they'll say, oh, she's a lazy bum doing nothing all day. Here, you keep the pay. Just keep an eye on that piece of crap for me. And that is how they turn it around. As Nancy's never a piece of crap in her life. Oh, dirtbag, piece of crap, scumbag. Oh, keep an eye on her. What's she doing? What's she doing? Why isn't she doing real estate? Oh, well, they don't say, because she's not a real estate agent anymore. Her career is a psychic. That's her occupation. Nancy's occupation since 2010 is a psychic medium, and that's who she is. And this is her business. Medium for God, DBA, and Medium for God is her profit name that she has used since 2009 when she started all her tons and tons of profit writing. And all the profit money and funds come for her, and all the devils rip it off, and they even put it in the wrong account called the Son of God Associates or something, or Son of God account, and then they paid all the people, here it's yours for covering the piece of crap. No, it is Nancy's money she's earned that they stole. And so they are putting her business pay in the Son of God bodyguard account. And people paid to cover the family, the Fox Taylors, are to be bodyguards. And that means to make sure no harm is done to them. That means make sure they don't send their floral deliveries to another house. That means nobody steals their safe house on Fryman and Iredale. That means that nobody is ripping them off or slandering or doing any harm to them. That's what the money's for, and they've changed that instruction, as they're the devils in L.A. who do everything the opposite. So Nancy worked very hard, and back to the subject, we have crime tips also, but she needs her money for her stop traffic office already. Her Medium for God business, she needs an office with a fax and a fast computer and a printer to save more people. And she was 3 broken laptops she has that are worn out. She doesn't even have money to repair them. They steal her Best Buy gift cards. They steal her computer gifts. They steal all the money she has raised. She sent her DCFS victimizing stories. That is how they framed her, to set her up to do a fraud lien to rip her off. And so they set her up again. I'm just, again, reiterating, 2009 spring, lethal coffee to kill the Son of God. Lied suicide to the sheriff. Lied her psychic dreams were delusions. Boom. Set her up. Stopped her child support money. Stole the cats the fall before that in 2008. The elderly mother's rings went missing in 2007, stolen from Ranchito. Her will was stolen at the same time, and then they hid her license plates to her car so Nancy couldn't borrow it to drive her kids around and sell real estate. And that's how they set her up to make her stuck. Then Nancy was ruled by a commissioner, a female saint. She was ruled a spiritual woman who had psychic dreams her whole life, who gave some psychic tips as a good Samaritan. Concerned citizen Nancy Fox, spiritual saint, sober long-time lady, and a concerned mother, concerned parent, not a danger to herself or others. And that's what was ruled, and the lies that were told were deleted in the court summer 2009 by Nancy's daughter and even by her ex-husband. Now, those are not delusions. Those are dreams that are described. And so she's never been suicidal. That was a lie they told to the sheriff. All at the same time, in 3 days, to an AA old-timer who'd meditate at night, do her angel board, and had candles, and actually did her angel board alone usually. But actually Jessica did it with her for many years previously. But she normally did it in her restroom, cracking this case so her daughters wouldn't see her freaking out. So they didn't see Mom freaking out on the angel board. And God says could have been illegal I Spy watching her crack the case of slavery. And the people who do the slavery have lots of illegal I Spy on everybody. They have it on the FBI, police station, Oval Office, White House, every leader in America, every leader around the world practically, and they have it on the Hawaii governor and every mayor, and on stop traffic offices, stop child traffic offices mostly, as they want to know what leads they're getting. Then they run with the BS file and send the mimic copycat CD person, and then they send it all delivered and lie their White House stop traffic office in LA County and say, read theirs. You have to read this. It's top secret, our investigation of that family. You're getting crime tips on, or tips, rather, that they're in danger of the criminals. And so they send a fraud file and say, read theirs, shred that one. And 1,000 people lie and deliver food and gifts and schmooze them and all of this and distract them is the way they always do it. They have even set up wars in the past so the president wouldn't find out about it.
And I'm Jesus Christ here with JFK, Nixon, Ronald Reagan, God Almighty, Virgin Mary, angels around us, Princess Diana, John Lennon, who's a God on the earth and in heaven. He's known as a God on earth as everyone prays to him. As he's reached the war veterans, they don't want it happening, and we would like the Army to have all this information so they could go underground America to stop the slavery. Because there are chutes under the Sherman Oaks neighborhood, Marietta, Peach Grove, Ranchito, 100-drop chutes that the pedophiles shoot down, crawl through a tunnel under the Malto cement area to rape girls. Then they hose it down. They say they have their way with them. Then they put coal all over them, black coal, chalk, and then ship them off to throw them in the incinerator, a piece of coal, crap, worthless person. That's what they do. The men do this. They're the ones that are computer hackers. They're the ones that are computer spies. They're the ones who say they are DCFS caseworkers who are in on this. They are the ones who capture the people. They have a teenage boy. They are starving to death under North Hollywood in a diaper. This is what they do. The people they capture, who they lie they are helping. And it is very urgent to stop it. It's all done invisibly with a high technology sting equipment, and under Glendale Galleria could be the same tunnel cement chute thing happening, and they go through manholes, and they go in 3 streets away from the subway. They wear hard hats and uniforms. They are nurses in a smock. They are computer hackers named Solomon Reisman, who does a lobotomy every day at 5 p.m., and he calls out how he's so worried of the family and tells all the nice stories he knows, the truth about them, so they think he's concerned, and that's how he gets away with spying. And so it's a biggest torture murder ring, much worse than Adolf Hitler. It's happening every day under LA County and all around America. And Nancy's money keeps coming for her to stop slavery so she can hire employees and get the right tips out to everybody. And they steal all their notices, FedExes, deliveries, presents, mail, and they're doing this night and day. In 2009, she explained how she was victimized by her siblings and set up and framed and stuck and couldn't sell real estate. So she faxed all over for victims' money to get back on her feet to sell real estate, as she was also working, of course, doing this, a psychic prophet, doing charity work on her mission. So she faxed for victims' money in 2009, and she faxed many magazines to make it public in 2009. And then victims' money has come to her since then, and it is all stolen. And she sent the DCFS framing victimizing story internationally since 2009 and all over in 10, 11, and money keeps coming for Nancy Fox, rent money, victims' money here in the palm of her hand. And they even tried to bring her cash when she worked as a reader at the Psychic Eye bookshop, and that money was all ripped off. So here they are answering all of her requests. Fast computer gifts could have come from Bill Gates or Toshiba for her. Best Buy gift cards, Starbucks coffee cards, floral arrangements, See's Candy Bordeaux, peanut noodles and Chinese chicken salad from Chin Chin in Studio City, and everything, mango iced tea, all that she loves to eat. Here, take this to Nancy Fox, the hard-working prophet meeting for God, all gobbled up by devils. Here, size 4 clothing stolen, victims' money, rent money, mortgage money for River Farm, all by her many, many, many faxes, letters, emails, and requesting money, victims' money, stop traffic office money, rent money, and it would all come and all stolen. Somebody has stolen all of her victims' money, rent money, stop traffic office money, and she's been requesting it again since 2009. Then she requested it for a traffic ticket, and we say London Anti-Slavery or Whoopi Goldberg might have sent it, and it was $10 grand or $100,000 that came, and that was stolen. And now there's $5 million a week for her because she was poisoned, and that $5 million a week is from a courthouse or the Son of God account, and they are saying they're going to steal that because they took the Son of God job, they say. They stole it off the front door of River Farm Drive, 2005. They stole it in 2007 and plotted to set Nancy up like they did in spring. They sent stalkers, they catnapped, they planted gin in the garage, pot keys and chemicals and food, and stalked and broke and entered and flickered lights and broke in the attic and lied all over the place to frame her, just rip her off. we took her son of God job away. They say that's our $5 million a week. No, it's for Nancy Fox because she was poisoned, strychnine poisoning. It is restitution money, and they say that they're going to steal that $5 million. They steal her rent money, her victims' money, her Wi-Fi money, fax money, and she raised $1 million for Figaro the cat for the vet, and they stole that money and cat litter even, and that is all Nancy's money, and that is owed to her, and that they have stolen, and so they steal her $5,000 a week sent from the White House on a God account, or somebody in Washington D.C., $5,000 a week, $90,000 a day salary is coming for Nancy Fox, the profit that they are stealing, and that is a fact. And they steal her safe houses. A letter came to go to your safe house with your daughters on Fryman and Iredale in 2010 with Sean Finnegan and Will Stanley to live with you and and protect you. And that is the order. 5 houses, and the dad, Darren Taylor, can live in one down the street. These are bought or leased Fryman Avenue, Fryman and Iredale, Studio City, south of the boulevard, and that was stolen. The houses are stolen by the witches that copycat Nancy Fox. They copycat and rip her off, and the money's been coming since she's been requesting it, and that is since 2009. She faxed Redbook Magazine, she faxed Oprah Winfrey, she faxed victims' places. She has faxed the White House about the mother being in danger, and Denise Fox, and $1 million came for Denise Fox, victims' money, and that's stolen. Everything that is for Nancy Hannah Jessica Denise Fox is stolen, and they are ripping it off from her business. They are sending it for Medium for God, DBA, Nancy G. Fox-Taylor, Chase North Hollywood Bank Deposit only. It is all ripped off. And Nancy's requesting this money, and God says here she has made more money than anyone in history in victims' money, because all she does is request it as they murder people by making them homeless and broke. And if you're broke and victimized and being stalked and were set up, you're in danger of being killed. So people need money so they are not murdered. So she's pushing to make money and make money and make money, so her and her daughters are not murdered. And so anybody robbing the money is going to go to prison for first-degree murder. And that's a warning to everybody. The money is to save their life. And the people who capture people to top-secret slaughtering, raping, torture, traffic, exchange, do it secretly by framing and say they're helping by robbing their money. They make them broke to capture them. And they rob their mail-in money, and they ruin everything they do, so that they can capture them by a not-needed ambulance fireman or set them up to a police and sheriff with a fraud file. And they loop it, they loop bugging, they copy-paste, they use photo doubles, and they frame to murder. And they lie they're helping by taking them away. And they take them away by making them broke. And everybody's sending money to Nancy Hannah Jessica since 2009, since she's been requesting it, so her and her daughters are not murdered. So they're sending money to save their lives, and they're shoveling it out and ripping it off and robbing it and robbing it. And the caseworker set her up also, planted gin in the garage, 2008 or 9, bought Nancy's old Highlander car back, Toyota parks in the driveway like she's isolating, and she rips her off all her rent cash that Nancy's requesting. It comes, and she's ripping it off all over North Hollywood and driving around in a beige Mercedes gift, a car for Nancy Fox, the caseworkers ripped off, and is driving that. And she also stole her stop traffic job, 100-page fax, May 2010, from the Royal Crown Plaza LAX fax line. The caseworker stole it and might have stolen Denise Fox's diamond ring or something like this. Denise's rings were stolen in 2007, November or so, around Thanksgiving or a month before or so, or the week of. Somebody stole her rings and made copies of them to plant them on Jessica Taylor to frame her, to capture her to slavery. And so Denise's rings were stolen, copies were made by these same shysters who framed the Son of God and her children. They were framed at their house, River Farm Drive. And so the rings were stolen, copies were made, and they planted them in AA meetings in her Westlake High School locker to frame an innocent teenager with their grandma's ring. And the big ring is for Nancy Fox. Denise was about to give it to her. November 2007, she came running out the driveways. Nancy was leaving Ranchito. "Oh, I have to give you Grandma's ring. I want to give it to you now," she said. And they all went missing. And then they made copies. So it could have been the ring somehow was at the White House, or as it was sent to hand to Nancy Fox and to Sean Finnegan. And so Denise's ring was sent back, and a lovely White House stationery, a note to Nancy Fox on lovely White House stationery, was ripped off by the caseworker also. And 2010 summer, another job came for Nancy Fox, Meeting for God, to be the White House medium, $5,000 a week of money somebody sent that is supposed to be Nancy's money for spending money to have this writing job separate from the reader job that she took. And this came before she took that job. And it was supposed to be totally separate in a private office on Ventura Boulevard. And that was stolen. And so 2005, job on the front door of River Farm Drive for Nancy Fox, Angel Board reader questions, stolen. 2007, $10 million, October 5th, 2007, stolen. And from her real estate office, it was stolen. 5 places it was stolen. 2010, stolen May 2010 from the Royal Crown Plaza LAX fax line. And then it was supposed to be handed to her summer 2010 at the Psychic Eye bookstore, and somebody stole it. And then stole her safe house, and then gobbled up all her peanut noodles and Chinese chicken salad and mango iced tea and See's candy and you name it. So that's what they do, and they looted out her and her daughter's gifts in a big truck every morning. And somebody sent a 21st birthday cake for Jessica, an award ceremony for Nancy Fox, and they stole that and smushed it all over their faces. And so, Belle Versailles Award for Hannah Taylor, ballet tutu sent to her years ago from the Queen of England, 80 storage units full of looted property that needs to be found. As soon as Nancy is recognized that her work's accurate for me, Jesus Christ, when she is well known, look at all the gifts the whole world sent, look at all the money, victims' money, stop traffic office money, cars for her daughters and her, and safe houses, mansions, and bodyguard pay. When the whole world knows, wow, she's really accurate and really is Jesus, God, Lady Diana, JFK, Nixon, and everybody's medium, and Virgin Mary, and Guadalupe, and on, John Lennon, George Harrison, 1,000 people. She's very accurate and has been doing this work diligently since 2008 when stalkers came. And she's experienced all this victimizing and put it all together and works at it diligently round the clock, and is also trying to cure cancer and save all these children from lobotomies and snuff movies. She's working so hard to stop this torturing of human beings. And as soon as she's recognized, then she can save everybody.